The Indigenous People of Biafra has issued urgent appeals to major Western powers, requesting intervention in the ongoing detention of their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, ahead of an expected court ruling on November 20. In a comprehensive statement released today, Ipob has reached out to the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Canada, and the European Union, urging these nations to advocate for Kanu's release on humanitarian and legal grounds. The separatist group argues that domestic efforts have yielded insufficient results, prompting them to seek international assistance. The organization emphasizes that their appeal centers on human rights concerns and respect for due process, rather than political confrontation with the Nigerian government. Ipob representatives maintain they are pursuing justice and peaceful resolution through legitimate channels. As of this report, none of the countries addressed have issued public responses to Ipob's request. However, international relations analysts suggest that diplomatic discussions may be occurring through private channels, given the sensitive nature of the matter. The Nigerian government has firmly stated that Kanu's case remains an internal judicial matter. Government officials have urged foreign powers to exercise restraint, warning that external interference could complicate domestic legal proceedings. They stress that the courts are actively handling the case within Nigeria's legal framework. The case has attracted significant global attention, with Ipob supporters organizing peaceful demonstrations in major cities including London, New York, and Berlin over recent months. These protests reflect the frustration among diaspora members who believe the judicial process has been unduly prolonged. Human rights organizations and legal experts across multiple continents have expressed concerns about the duration of Kanu's detention and called for transparency in the legal proceedings. Within Nigeria, responses to Ipob's international appeal remain sharply divided. Supporters of Kanu view the move as a necessary step to accelerate resolution and ensure global scrutiny of the case. They believe international pressure could facilitate a breakthrough. Critics, however, caution that involving foreign governments may complicate matters and undermine Nigeria's sovereignty. Legal analysts in Abuja argue that the judiciary should be allowed to operate independently without external influence, noting that ultimate decisions rest with Nigerian courts. Ipob maintains that Kanu's detention represents broader grievances affecting communities in Nigeria's southeast region. The organization highlights concerns about marginalization, unequal opportunities, and insufficient representation in national affairs. In their appeal, Ipob warns that prolonged detention without resolution could exacerbate existing tensions and deepen divisions. They advocate for swift action as a pathway to reconciliation and national healing. With the November 20th court date approaching, attention has intensified on how both Nigerian authorities and the international community will respond. Nigeria maintains strong diplomatic, economic, and security partnerships with Western nations, creating potential avenues for behind-the-scenes dialogue. Political observers note that even without public statements, quiet diplomatic engagement could influence developments. The coming weeks are considered critical, as stakeholders across multiple sectors, from government officials to civil society groups, await the court's decision and subsequent actions. The situation has evolved from a domestic legal matter into an issue with international dimensions, raising questions about sovereignty, human rights, and the role of the global community in internal conflicts. As various parties position themselves, the focus remains on whether a peaceful and just resolution can be achieved that satisfies legal requirements while addressing underlying grievances.